Pause for a breath and listen with your whole heart. If these videos found you, it wasn't by algorithm or accident. It was a nudge. You felt it for weeks now. The heaviness behind your eyes, the pressure in your chest, that sense that something unseen is rearranging the furniture of your life while you sleep. You're not losing your mind. You're being awakened. There is more moving around you than your 5 senses can measure, and it's been trying to get your attention gently through delays that made no sense, through doors that stayed shut even after you knocked politely, through people who promised one thing and delivered another. You wondered, why does it feel like I'm wrestling air? Because you're wrestling what air carries. Words, atmospheres, intentions. You've been walking through a weather system that wasn't forecast on any screen. And yet, look at you. Still standing, still listening, still here. Here is the part no one told you. You're more dangerous to darkness than your wounds suggest. Pain lied to you about your identity. Disappointment tried to rename you. But light has a long memory, and it remembers who you were before the fear, before the comparison, before the noise. The reason the pressure intensified recently is simple. Clarity is arriving. The moment a seed splits, the shell thinks it's being destroyed. It isn't. It's being transformed. So if something precious in you feels like it broke open, consider that maybe you're not breaking. Maybe you're sprouting. There is a veil in this world, sometimes thin as mist, sometimes heavy as iron. When you grow, the veil tugs back. Not because you're weak, but because you're close. Close to choosing the higher road when the lower one begs for your feet. Close to trusting when cynicism makes the loudest speech. Close to telling the truth after years of rehearsing survival. Close to stepping out of the familiar hallway of almost and into the room of enough. The resistance you felt wasn't proof that heaven ignored you. It was proof that heaven invested in you. A thief doesn't rattle empty rooms. Let me speak to the questions that haunt the hours the clocks don't count. Why do some people glide while you climb? Why do their shortcuts seem to work while your integrity cost you invitations? Because what's being built in you isn't a performance, it's a foundation. Wind can flip a stage, but it cannot uproot a deep-rooted tree. Your roots were chosen for depth, not applause. The delay you named denial was often protection of your spirit, of your timing, of your peace. What outgrew you needed to leave. What's for you needed room to breathe. There are 3 gifts unfolding in you now, and they will feel both natural and holy when they land. First, a clearing of the fog, where you once second-guessed every small choice. You'll start sensing the quiet yes and the subtle no, like a tuning fork in your chest. Conversations will unmask themselves. Offers will reveal their price tags in advance. You will know what is yours, because peace will not argue. Second, a sentence for your season. A simple, sharp line that explains why you're here right now. It will be less about titles and more about impact. Something like, I'm here to make heavy hearts lighter, or I'm here to build safe rooms in unsafe times. That sentence will become your compass. Let it steer your yes and your no. Third, a steadiness that does not borrow from caffeine or crowds. You'll rise with strength that doesn't spike and crash. It will look like quiet courage, boundaries without bitterness, kindness without collapse, service without self-erasure. But gifts ask for participation. So today, agree with what is true about you. Say it with your mouth if you can. Whisper it if you must. I choose light. I choose clarity. I choose the path that builds, not a path that burns. There will be days you glow and days you grit your teeth through the morning. Both count. Heaven does not call you chosen on your bright days and forget your name on your tired ones. You're chosen because of who you are becoming, not because of how perfectly you perform. You've also noticed how certain patterns kept trying to follow you. The same conversation in different faces, the same apology without change, the same almost dressed in a new outfit. Consider this your permission slip to end the loop. When you stop rehearsing pain, you stop auditioning for roles that wound you. Reject the narrative that says suffering proves your worth. Your compassion is not measured by how much you tolerate harm. It is measured by how well you steward your heart while loving others. Sometimes love is a lamp on the table. Sometimes love is a locked door. There's a turn coming, subtle at first, then obvious. You'll recognize it in small ways. The email that doesn't drain you, the conversation that leaves you lighter, the idea that lands with both fire and peace. Follow those breadcrumbs. They're not random, they're coordinates. Your path from here won't be a straight escalator, it'll be a series of faithful steps. Take them one by one. Celebrate quiet wins. Return to your breath. Bless your body for carrying you this far. And when the next wave of doubt tries to roll in, remember, the sea only sounds louder than the shore. It is not stronger than the rock beneath your feet. If you felt invisible, hear this. You have been seen the entire time. Your tears didn't evaporate into nothing. They watered ground you haven't walked yet. The kindness you offered when no one praised you became seed in fields you will harvest later. The apology you made when no one demanded it bent a future in your favor. Nothing good you did disappeared. Goodness is an accountant with perfect books. So here's your gentle assignment for the days ahead. Build a small altar of ordinary faith. Not a platform, an altar. Wake up and name 3 things you can bless. Speak life over your day before you scroll. Put your hand over your heart when the world shouts and say, I'm safe in my becoming. Practice sacred boundaries. Keep a promise to yourself that no one else will see. And when you forget, because you're human, begin again without shaming yourself. Beginning again is a holy practice. If this message thunders in your spirit like truth, mark the moment. Type 777 if numbers help you anchor. Write one word in the comments to name what's stirring. Ready, healing, awake, home. Let your declaration be a small door you step through. Share this with someone who's been whispering the same questions into a dark room. Let's light a few rooms together. A short blessing for you. May clarity sit with you at breakfast. May courage lace your shoes. May peace hold the steering wheel when roads curve. May your no be as sacred as your yes. May the rooms you enter feel safer because your heart is there. May what tried to bury you become the soil that grows your next season tall. 2 simple affirmations to carry. I release the story that kept me small. I honor the truth that lets me rise. I walk in light. I choose peace and I move forward, steady, guided, and protected. If you stayed with me till now, thank you. Your heart is rare, your timing is right, and your next chapter is already turning its own page. If this spoke to you, save it, share it, and breathe with it again tomorrow. And if you feel it, whisper a yes. Sometimes that's all heaven needs to reroute the wind in your favor.